Okay, we've definitely figured out that jazz was invented in Louisiana about 100 years ago.
But how is jazz connected to other music in our state history?
Let's ask Don Michael. Can you take a look at this video in our history project?
Well, first of all, you should know that the music from the old parade video is by Jelly Roll Morton, a great musician from Louisiana. I discovered some of his music when I was in the 4th grade, and I can even play some of it. His real name is Ferdinand Joseph Lamoth, but he called himself Jelly Roll. This music is just about 100 years old. Nearly every neighborhood in New Orleans had a band in the parades. Louisiana is about 200 years old now, so since this was 100 years ago, Louisiana was just celebrating its 100th birthday. Now that's pretty interesting because people back then still remember their grandparents talking about when Louisiana wasn't even a state yet.
Yeah, we already figured that out. There are Native American Indians living here for over 1,000 years, but no one else was American yet.
They were all immigrants from other countries.
Well, my family is from France and England. What about everyone else?
I've got some American Indian and African in me.
Mine are from France, Italy, and Ireland.
My people are mostly from West Africa.
Part of my family members are from Spain and others from Mexico. I have a German background.
Mine are from the Caribbean.
So people from all over the world settled right here together. They were becoming Americans, and people weren't sure what that meant. Did they have to give up family traditions and history? And who would want to do that?
Well, what about Jelly?
Well, when he was young, it was Louisiana's 100th birthday. The cool thing is that jazz music was just getting going, and jazz is one of the things that really is uniquely American. It didn't come from any other single country. It came from mixing up music from all around the world. And that's what America is too. We're a giant mashup. Now let me tell you something about Jelly Roll. When he got a little older, he started saying that he was the inventor of jazz.
How can anybody be the inventor of jazz if it was a big mashup?
I love Jelly Roll, and I've been trying to figure out that question myself. First of all, to even find out about jazz, we have to go way back. And I mean way back, before Louisiana was a state or even a territory, just like we were talking about.
Well, that's when the Native Americans were living here.
And then Spain found us.
Then France claimed all the land that drained water into the river was theirs, and they called it Louisiana.
And then Spain got us again. And then France got us.
And then France sold us to the United States.
And then we finally became a state.
So you've definitely got your state history down. But who were the first immigrants to settle here?
They were from France, where part of my family is from. And they chose to live right near the Gulf by the Mississippi River. And they brought supplies, ideas, and culture, including music. And they went up the river and built New Orleans so they could have a city near the river and the lake.
France started bringing slaves over from West Africa to build the city and work on plantations up and down along the river. Some of their culture, including music, survived.
Yeah, Jelly Roll definitely listened to some old spirituals in church.
Well, I'm on my way.
Some of their early music also included the blues, and the blues helped make jazz.
Well, I'm so glad.
Okay, so as I said, my family has a German background. There were thousands of German and Swiss people coming in too, bringing their culture across the ocean with them. And the first settlement farther upriver was German, Côte des Allemands. They farmed, producing food for New Orleans. Eventually, the area even became known as the German coast.
Do you know anything about German music?
Well, Beethoven was born not too long afterwards. I figured out that after Beethoven wrote his piano concertos, a Polish musician played them for the first time in America, right here in Louisiana. So we got to hear them 20 years before New York, Boston, or anywhere else.
Well, as a boy just about your age, Jelly Roll probably heard the music in a concert too. Here's a bit of Piano Concerto No. 1. When you hear this piano, you'll see why Jelly Roll liked it. It must have got his head spinning thinking about all the things he could do on the piano.